Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining today. I wanted to spotlight two mods that I really love, and I wanted to go out there and say that honestly, these two together are currently my favorite combination of mods. They have more or less completely changed how I run railroads in Railroader when I add these two mods, and I really like them together for two reasons. Now, both of them can stand alone, but they are this. First, we have Crazy Grandpa Sam's used market, or used equipment market. I just love this thing. You get locomotives. You can buy them at a lower condition. Their service miles may be up. Tells you the repair cap. And then you've got a particular price that you have to pay, and it shows you what it normally would be. So the nice thing about these is they're clearly cheaper because they're used. And the worse the condition is, and the worse that the service, or the higher the service miles are, then the cheaper the price is going to be. Now, the second that I wanted to show you, the second mod that really pairs nicely with the used market, is this mod called Scrapalache. So if we run over to where Scrapalache is, it's in Bryson. It's off the main over by the Y. I just love Scrapalache. And right now the scrap line is pretty full with locomotives. So I don't want to talk too deep about my strategy for using Scrapalache and the used market just yet. We'll come to that in a minute, or maybe for a different video. We'll see. But I just want to say a couple things about this mod. This mod is so much fun. It adds such a nice feature. Here's basically what it does. When you get Scrapalache, let's see, did it have a contract? I don't think it did. No contract. Basically what you do is when you buy a locomotive, whether new or used, you can set its sell location as the scrap line, and then it will route itself to the scrap line at Scrapalache. And you can take it over there or deliver it yourself, whatever. So if you buy a new locomotive and you send it to be scrapped, you're squandering a lot of money. But here's a nice thing about what Scrapalache does. You can send your own boxcars there, like I've got this one here, and you can load them with repair parts. So you get repair parts for free out of Scrapalache. Now, are they really free? No, because you are scrapping a locomotive or a piece of equipment like a rail car. So yeah, they're not technically free, but you don't pay anything extra to get those repair parts. It also sends a gondola that it loads with scrap metal. And then you ship that car out and you get billed as if it's any other car. You deliver to interchange, you get $70 or whatever. And then also at the end of the day, Scrapalache pays you like any contract or like any captive industry would. Let's see, let's find the last payment. Would have been right after midnight. There we go. So yesterday I got paid $10,500 for all the work it did scrapping these locomotives. And that's every single day. Now, how many days does it take to destroy a locomotive? It depends. 5, 6, 7 sometimes. Like this T1 here, that's a mod. Love that, by the way. Fantastic locomotive mod. That guy's going to take like a week. Something like that to get chewed up. But yeah, the more you have sitting on the scrap line, the more you get paid every day. So if you're buying a new locomotive, brand spanking new, I don't know if you'll make more money from scrap parts, scrap metal, and, you know, all that stuff. I don't know if you'll make more money. I doubt it. But I will tell you that if you pair up the used market with Scrapalache, you get these extra lines here on the used market. So if you were to scrap it, you would get this many repair parts. You would get this many tons of scrap loaded in a gondola that you would get paid for at the end of the day. And then this is how much they're estimating that all of this is worth. Now, to be fair, I haven't looked into the code to see if this includes the value of that many repair parts. I also haven't looked at the data to see if this is more just the price or the value of the scrap. I haven't paid any attention to that. But I will tell you that probably this total scrap value, I would assume, is just related to the tonnage of scrap, not the repair parts you get, which means that you get more money out of it when you count the value of those repair parts. So it like helps you produce repair parts at a reduced cost. Let's just phrase it that way. Oh, look, we get the rail fan for a moment. I think that's all going to silver from Nantahala. If you're wondering why the cars look better, it's because I have a mod for that. It's on Nexus to have the details and everything, the realistic skins. You gotta have it. You just gotta have it. It's a game changer. Maybe someday they can, cough cough, add that into the main game. Yep, that's all from Flanagan over in Nantahala. Hey, we're a channel about trains. It's totally fine to take a moment and enjoy some rail fanning. But yeah, right now these are far and away my two favorite mods. The used market and Scrapalache. And when you mix them together, you just get so many cool things you do. What I'm really enjoying doing the most is buying locomotives, diesels or steam, off the used market, and then overhauling them. And when I overhaul them, you can sell them, you see? Now, overhauling diesels is a little more profitable than overhauling steam locomotives because they're more pricey. They don't weigh as much, and also you don't have a tender as dead weight that sucks up repair parts, because it does. And it's not included in the sale value, but it is included in the repair cost. So anyways, I like to do diesels more. But yeah, this guy is going to sell for like 34,000 or something like that. And that's freaking awesome. So I love it. It's definitely not going to cost that much to repair it. But yeah, if you end up buying a locomotive off the used market that has a scrap value higher than what it costs, you are guaranteed to make a profit off that if you just scrap it. Because then you're also going to get repair parts for free, which have value. The other thing, though, is if you overhaul it and sell it, well, you can make a ton of money. You can sell it for 75% of what it costs when it's brand new, as long as it's overhauled and it's at 100% condition. So the reason I say this has changed the way I play the game is because I have just scores of locomotives that I've purchased because they're unbeatable deals. And I'm having them in the deadline waiting to be either scrapped or overhauled. The ones we overhaul, we resell. And the ones we scrap, of course, we just collect the money from. So these guys are all being overhauled. That SD7 right there could be sold for $41,000 when he's done. Once he's back up to full repair and his overhaul's complete. For that particular locomotive, though, I think I'm actually going to end up keeping him because I'm really power hungry on this railroad, but still, you get my point. So, loving these two mods together. They're both on Nexus. That is Scrapalache and, what did I say? Oh, yeah, the used market. So you can see I've got all three of these booked here for the repair track. These are all going to be overhauls. So, now I will sell that one. And then these two, depending on what power I need, I might keep them or sell them. We'll see. But I definitely need a couple more F7s. I think I bought some. I think they're all sitting over in Silva still. I'm not sure. I haven't paid too much attention since this railroad since I last operated on it. Yeah, so there's a train. There's another train. Yeah, nice. Well, anyways, love these two mods. Shout out to WNCRR and crew for these. If you haven't liked their channel, go give them a like. WNCRR, cool guys. All right, catch you guys out there next time.